Hey guys, Mark here, back with another video already on the E90 BMW LS swap. So I got the engine mounted, the transmission's in there, 4LA to E, that's mounted. Had to trim quite a bit of the body to get it to fit. Around the passenger side, you got to trim for the transmission pan, and then on the driver's side, you have to trim quite a bit and kind of hammer in the tunnel to fit the electrical connector for the transmission. So that's all done. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to maybe not pull it all the way out, but kind of take the transmission mount off, pull the engine out a little bit to get to the transmission cooler lines. I got these Banjo 6AN fittings that sit nice and tight to the transmission, but it's really tight in the tunnel there. I don't think I'll be able to reach in there with the transmission in to get the 6AN transmission cooler lines on there. So yeah, unfortunately I think I'll have to pull this thing out a little bit at least one more time, and then hopefully it sits in there for good. Start on the turbo manifold. So this is just a like eBay truck T4 manifold. So I chopped off the T4 flange. That was a little tricky because there's an O2 bung that sits like right here. So I kind of had to cut around that so the flange isn't really flat. And then I lobbed off the end there. There's a V-band, because what usually happens is the crossover runs back underneath the car and then up into there. But what I'm going to do is run the crossover from the driver's side in front of the oil pan and then just come up into the manifold, like probably right about here underneath, and that'll feed into the turbo manifold here. I test fitted the turbo. The hood doesn't close all the way, so I'm gonna have to trim more of that off. And if you look over here, there's quite a bit of room there I could chop off to get the turbo tighter to the manifold so the hood will actually close. Definitely want the hood to close. I don't want to run no hood or cut a hole in the hood if I can help it. So yeah, might have to raise these coilovers. I think the car sits a little lower than before, but I mean, it clears the fender there, so yeah. But progress is going pretty good right now. I still have to get this harness wired up. There's certain things you have to wire for the drive-by-wire throttle pedal and all that stuff. Here's the DME box. I took out the ECU and all those DME wires that go to the stock engine, the engine harness. So I just have these connectors left. So I'm gonna have to tie into those to run the drive-by-wire throttle pedal and some other stuff. But yeah, that's where she's at right now. I ordered some transmission cooler lines, 6AN hoses, PTFE hoses, 40K transmission cooler, intercooler piping, all that good stuff. But yeah, pretty happy with the progress I've made in a short amount of time. So depending on what my schedule and time's looking like, hopefully I'll knock this thing out in a couple months. But yeah, it's going to be the little things at the end that's going to kill me here. The wiring, getting all these little things right, getting the figuring out the radiator hoses and all that. I think I'm going to have to buy the LS E90 coolant expansion tank that sits right here, because with the turbo here, the stock coolant expansion tank, this guy right here, sat right here. Oh, it's just dripped some coolant. So that's obviously in the way now. The turbo's going to sit there. So I'm going to have to figure that out. But all in all, got a lot done in the last, I don't even think it's been a week. Been like maybe 5 days. And already got the stock engine pulled and it's sold. it's gone. It was sitting back there on that dolly. Got the AC adapter fittings on the AC condenser there, and the other one goes right here. So got the AC hose right here. I have to figure out the heater hoses. I think most people just kind of run a 90 and then kind of run along the subframe there and tie into the stock hoses. I think that's what I'm gonna do. My stock power steering pump was whining, so I bought a new one, but I don't know if these aftermarket pumps are different, but this bolt, this banjo bolt for the lower power steering hose is really close to the AC compressor, so hopefully that'll work. Otherwise, it looks like I might have to get an OEM power steering pump. But yeah, that's where she sits right now. Pretty happy with the progress, but I'll keep posting. Hopefully I'll have another video soon enough. Get this thing tied up, get it ready for spring, and take it out with the family and have a good time. But that's where she sits right now. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.